Salutations, blessings and love and light. Welcome to Mile High Live Tarot. This evening we have a message that is coming in. Actually, the message came in last night. And I've had to start this about 4 or 5 times. Maybe because of the retrograde, I did have a lot of electronical issues and have been for a while. Which some of that has a lot to do with the posting to a couple of my channels, but I'm also an activist within my community. And I live my own life, and I also have a family that I have to be able to pay attention to on my journey. Have had some passing. Someone close to me on a journey that knew that they were in the matrix, knew certain things, but decided to give their life for his family, his bloodline, so that his family wouldn't suffer. But being and learning how to be receptive was hard for him. And to be a receiver, that means looking at the value of who you think you really are. Who you think God is. What you think God is. Because we don't see him. Some believe seeing is believing. But we live in a 3D world. And we don't get to see. Only then when we turn inwardly. When you talk about your faith and your belief system of what you believe in, the nature or whatever it is but that you believe in to be God. The universal frequency of the cosmos, the Creator. If you believe still that you are a child of God, this message could be for you, could be for all of us. But I could not get through any of these messages last night without feeling such a sorrow for myself and others in the whole world, because it was so profound. Everybody has a contract when they come into this world. Everybody has a date. Everybody has a number. You know not when you go. There was a song that was made that was live young, or live hard, or live fast and die young. To try to what? Make an impact on the world. There's a lot of complaints in the world, a lot of complaining and complacency from us, our families, our kids, our children, the government, within our careers, the loyalty of the friendships that we hold, and friends of the loyal people, place, or things that you put faith in. They were all put in place for a life learned lesson. But last night the ancestors came in, and hopefully I can try to get through this. And they wanted to say something. They wanted to shine a light down on the land. The message coming in is from the ancestors. Things that a family, grandmothers, grandpas, aunties, uncles, people have passed on. But these are the things that I'm speaking of that are lucky, contractual oaths, whether it be marriages, unions, relationships, any type of contract that you might have signed and you thought was a lucky thing, was a good thing. Right now, the ancestors coming in with the message are in shipment movement. They're moving things and traveling and moving things and working behind the scenes at the crossroads. I don't know if you guys can see that. Let me okay. That's the last card. But even though when it comes to home and security and feeling safe and things that we thought that were secure, we might feel kind of confused. Maybe things may not be clear for you. Can't figure a way out. But you're still hopeful. You might even be confused about some of the things that were from in the past. But it caused you a lot of pain, and so you became stuck. It created such ill feeling within. Could have caused some sickness, some illness, cancer. but it was an obstacle. It was an obstacle. That was things that was things that were kept in the past, from in the past, that made you sick. It could have been just, why me? But the things that you've said and the words that you didn't speak, and falling into victim consciousness and fear-based reality, they were just lies. They were just lies and deceit that made you feel some kind of way. But they were just to help you, to build you stronger. Help you to climb that mountain. Those things that you held within your heart. The ancestors are bringing in an energy and ask that and show that it's be given and appreciated. And they're giving this gift. They want you to show appreciation of the people, place, or things, of the loyal family, friends, places, the things that you've done. As a child, being planted as a seed, a star seed. The lies and deceit that might have been told, or that you might have felt, or that how you even came to be, that you were told. They were obstacles and just illusions. They were diversions. And they were things of the past. But right now, because of this ancestral movement, with this Ankh fresh water being communicated, the children that's been planted, that's been born, that has passed away, that has been sacrificed, that didn't flourish, that never made it here, that maybe they were stillborn. Maybe someone's child passed. From holding obstacles, and it created an ill feeling, and or it created such an ill feeling that it created these obstacles, these blockages, but it was built to make you strong. But the communication coming in is fresh water to the children, the starved children. And the delivery of the information is being worked with. It's fresh water. Look at the fish there. Fresh water. It's about rebirthing. It's about the divine feminine. The divine masculine. And recognizing that he or she needs to recognize who they are and who she is. Mother Earth. But there's a star and even though Mother Earth is here navigating and talking, and there may be an authoritative mother that maybe have passed on, or an authoritative mother that you may say or hear or get an inclination of someone that might be a mother to you. That they're trying to say some things and navigate and tell you something. Maybe in your dreams, maybe TV commercial or internet, could be anything. But there is definitely another mother who have children that needs to recognize that. There's so many things here and messages that I get from this. But it's a rebirthing stage. We're coming along with spring now, which is New Year for some belief system, whatever it is that you shall believe in. For those who have an ear to hear, let them hear. But continue to work. Work at thyself and work at trying to be a better person. A better human. The people, place, and things and loyalty that you might have thought were loyal, you might have felt some sort of a loss when it came to certain things in life, when it comes to love, financial gain, or the people or the things you might have thought that you could have gotten, or maybe someone got a job or a position. You felt unsuccessful or maybe unworthy. even feeling the things that you might have felt with being a child. We were all children. We all thought as children do. But when you grow up, you put away those childish things. Ashe. You put away those childish things and you do adult things. And you work. There may be lawyers, there may be authority type of people, but sometimes there are obstacles. They may create an ill feeling. They may be behind lies and deceit. But in order to gain prosperity, you have to have proper discernment of spirit with people. When you're communicating, to be able to loose up and make your money so that things can flow. But there is an authoritative mother here navigating, talking from the stars to all of the star children that have been planted here. And it's resourceful. It's resourceful information. The information is coming from the garden. Where God is. Where the community is. Where people are talking. People are community and networking. Chaos. What he sees in this is death, separation, people who are an authoritative type, elite, government, to govern or control, mind control, to create division. See this tower moment. But God is in the garden. He knows the date. Looking at the party and the networking that's going on. That's being told in the garden. You may receive something here tonight. Sorry, some of the music changed. And I have to kind of say that, hold on, sorry. Thank you. Thank you for waiting patiently. I gave me a little couple of minutes to kind of decompress so I could take a couple deep breaths. But getting back to what God being in the garden, and he's explaining some things as well as the ancestors. They're speaking of the death, the things that might have stopped and or came to a completion, whether it be within a relationship, whether it be with someone passing, whether it be within completion that made you be within separation from something. Someone being in jail, probation, some things that caused some sort of a division within the government. There's a death to it. And God is in the garden. And he's speaking. And the ancestors are speaking. And even though that this is a lucky situation at some point, some may feel lucky about this contractual agreement that they thought they were getting away with. They were just lies and deceit. And it just begat a burden, a spiritual burden on this mother, a divine, feminine Mother Earth. And or the divine feminine in all of itself. The things that was felt or you have been feeling since childhood up until this point, with all of the obstacles, the mountains that you've had to climb, the things you've had to do to endure, to work to make money, the things that you held close and dear in your heart. Know that right now, because we are at a crossroads, that God is moving. And appreciate the things that were lost, that might have been taken. Appreciate those things that you might have felt cheated from. Because those mountains, those things that you've kept in your heart, that's where your heart is. That's where your home is. That's where we are. That's where I live. That's where God lives. In you. In your solar plex of you. If you really truly believe that He lives, or God lives within you. Whatever it is that you feel that the nature of God is. If you don't believe that He lives within you, then you're believing of things outside of yourself. Still looking for validation of who you are. To know thyself is to know that, yes, you are gods and goddesses. But you're still children's of light. Star seeds. Stars that have been planted that are lost. You're lost to all of the people, the loyal people, place, or thing. Through this separation, it needs to stop. It's a completion. There's a lot of death. But I don't know why I seen 22,000, then I saw 322,000 to current. Every time I do this video, since this past 24, 48 hours, it gives me new information. It just gets so heavy. But God's in this garden. A secret garden. The mountains that we are climbing to try to get to the top, even though that there are obstacles, things of the past that we might have held in the back of our minds, that maybe sometimes we thought that we might have been able to get over those things, and they keep coming to the forefront of our minds. Those things are to be able to purge and be able to recognize those things so that we can be able to self-heal. But because we're all at this crossroads in humanity, we have to be able to unify. So during this time, and ride with the wave during the time of him doing his washing and troubling the water. The loss that we felt with all of those people, place, or things. Appreciate those. When you do, it opens the key to the gifts. It's almost, I ain't gonna say it's almost. I remember when I was a child, the fear of forgive and forget. I'd like to forgive you, and I'd like to forget you. But your memory is something that you'd like to be able to cherish. That's one of the greatest gifts, to be able to still have those memories. Some may be harsh, but did you learn from those lessons? But this contract that the ancestors are saying is lucky, contracts are binding. Could be between two people of the same sex, two people of different sex. Sorry. And or
you just don't hang up on me like that.
I'll call you back. I'm recording. Bye-bye. But let's get back to this. She does that all the time. My little girl calls me all the time. Every single time that I try to do something and do a video, she's always called me like, you're not even here. Why you keep calling every 20 minutes? You might as well have stayed here. But this contract that's coming in and being delivered that was lucky, it's about secrets. It's about knowledge. It's about the all-knowing. It could be your story. Anyone you might know's story. It's all of our story. But it's about also presenting that spiritual alchemy. Some may believe, some may not. But it's about turning your life back around. Turning your life from shit to sugar. All the things that you thought that you felt you deserved. All the things you thought how your life would turn out. You don't think that the cosmos, God, universe has a sense of humor? But this lucky information, it's about gifting, life giving to the gifting. Planting seeds, reaping a harvest, reaping and sowing, farming, unity, loving thy neighbor, loving thy sister, loving thy brother, planting seeds, with fresh young minds, with maturity, not immaturity. Love, compassion, and kindness. But the things that had already been seeded from childhood is now time to reap and sow. God is communicating. The ancestors are communicating about a spiritual birth from this divine feminine, an authoritative type of divine feminine, Mother Earth. Maybe your mother, maybe her mother, maybe his mother, maybe you are the mother. But it's about rebirthing into a metamorphic type of butterfly to fly. Something that's will work for the land, for everybody. That will shine over the mountaintop. But there's a lot of gossip, a lot of networking that's been going on, fear-based reality, victim consciousness, people still blaming God. Having this spiritual birth about the COVID. Wondering what will happen. What shall come of this? Where do we go? How do we eat? How do we survive? There's no time. There's panic and chaos. Unknown. But even though those secrets and those lies and those deceitful things, even though they might have been written in the books, and they might have caused a lot of spiritual burdens, everyone, no one is at fault. No one. No one wants to take the blame for what they do when you live in that victim and fear-based reality. Everything that has been written in the books is the way that it was supposed to be. You have to have proper discernment of spirit and know that you cannot continue to blame others of the people, place, or thing of what they have done. In this contractual oath that you have made, anything that you thought that you felt that you received, or you should have received, anything that you have ever done with any person, sexually, financially, binding yourselves, in careers, in entertainment, in the world, with those things. They were just lies and deceit, and they just cause a spiritual burden, which weighed the divine feminine down. Whether it be the divine feminine as of in this 3D world, 5D, 9D, 12, and so forth. Beyond infinity. But there's an older woman or an older man. You may be older now. Things that we have to look back in this retrograde and to be able to understand how each and every one of us have come, how far we've all come. Even as humanity itself. Are you loyal? Who's loyal? Who's loyal to the people, place, or thing thereof? Ask for the same for them. And even though that there's may be some people that may have cheated you and you felt lost from and deprived from, that you didn't get a chance to be with, or you didn't get a chance to know, or you didn't get a chance to be around, or you got snatched from your family, or you got snatched from and taken to social services. Any damn thing. Anything you might think that you might have felt victim of. Know that. Have proper discernment and find out who's loyal. There's someone loyal. But this message that is coming in from the guardian, that is being delivered, is moving and it's working. The sun is being shined down from the ancestors. And the information that is being delivered is a gift. It's a gift from the garden. It's a bouquet of flowers about some loss, some cheating, deceiving, betrayal. And there's this goddess. Divine feminine. That's opening and revealing. That has been able to discover and find out this information and receive this. And it took me a couple of minutes. Not a couple of minutes, like 48 hours. 24. I lied. 24. But there's this older woman, older man. These loyal people, could be a mother, father, but there are loyal people. All this information could be resourceful to you, potential. But there's someone that could be potentially being, maybe someone might be either be pregnant. I hate to call and say that. Call that out. Someone could be reflecting back on their childhood. But there's a lot of things that we need to do as cutting those things out from being a child and putting away childish things. We might have been hopeful, but those things that we had at home that were confusing and unclear to us as children, we definitely needed to have put those things away. But the secrets have become a burden to the divine feminine and the divine masculine. The divine feminine has been burdened. The divine masculine has been gossiping and talking, partying, networking, doing his own thing in the garden. On the opposite side of the garden. But in reflection, within the retrograde, the divine masculine is trying to communicate. They're trying to share and express their emotions about some of the secrets that have been causing the burden. But the divine feminine needs to also recognize, to hold strong and be safe and be hopeful and gain clarity at home. At home is where the heart is, where these obstacles lie. And that she needs to recognize that reaping and sowing is for real. And that this loyal people, place, or thing that they have been keeping, maybe they're older than them, or maybe the divine masculine is older than the divine feminine. But this older person, they may have a little bit of money. They may even have potentiality. Potentiality of what? Is up to you to have proper discernment of spirit to find out which that might be. Are they a sly dog? Are they a good working hard person? Are they maybe an argumentative person? Maybe someone that's an emperor or stubborn or bullheaded. But still better yet, this message that is coming in, that's being delivered, he is the one delivering the message. The Creator and Mother Earth. Mother Earth is navigating because she's speaking up. The ancestors are speaking up. The ancestors, the land is speaking. Through way, by way of God and me and the 7 African ancestors. Pay attention. Home is where the heart is. In this tower moment, behind this contractual agreement, it was bound to happen, and it was supposed to happen. Everything is the way it's supposed to be. Nothing happens by chance. Nothing. But this crossroads that we're at, for me, for you, he, she, we as a people, this is it. You've got to make a decision through this separation. Are you going to be a patriot? You going to stand up for what you believe in, for he, she, it, or what? Your children? To be able to fight more and plant the seeds to plant victory within us so that we don't feel cheated. We try to be loyal to people, place, or things of such. But what do? We continue to work, try to make our money, fight through the ill feelings of all of the obstacles. But within our heart, what do we value in our heart? Home is where the heart is. Yes, home is where the heart is. What is it that you value? What is your moral and value? What are your morals and values? Because this contract here is about a tower moment. Any things that bind us, the ties that bind, that creates all the binding, the sadness, the sorrow, the lies, the deceit that we might have had to face. It's a completion. We've reached a time of error. E-R-A or E-R-R-O-R. Which path do you choose? Which path do you choose? If this resonates for you, then leave a comment, share it, bring others to it. Like, share, subscribe. But we are all at this crossroads. But if not, don't try to make it fit. If it don't fit, don't force it. Don't just relax. Let it go, because it's not going to fit. But I don't see how this message don't fit. If you don't feel that it fits, you're totally disconnected. And you shouldn't be here on this page. God bless you, and I love you. Please come back to Mile High Tarot. You are very much welcome to share this message. God bless.